Now you see the difference? You ready to be the one?
I got loyalty, got royalty inside my DNA. Quarter beat, got war and peace inside my DNA. I got power, poison, pain, and joy inside my DNA. I got hustle, though ambition, flow inside my DNA. I was born like this, and born like this, immaculate conception. I transform like this, perform like this with new weapon. I don't contemplate, I meditate. Then off your head. This that put the kids to bed. This that I got realness. I just killed this 'cause it's in my DNA. I got millions, I got riches building in my DNA. I got dark, I got evil that rot inside my DNA. I got off, I got trouble, some heart inside my DNA. I just win again, then win again like Wimbledon I serve. Yeah, that's him again. The sound that engine in is like a bird. You see fireworks and Corvette tires skirt the boulevard. I know how you work, I know just who you are.
The New York Knicks.
Your hormones probably switch inside your DNA. Problem is, all that inside your DNA. Daddy probably snitch, heritage inside your DNA. Backbone don't exist, born on side a jellyfish I gauge. See my pedigree, most definitely don't tolerate the front. I been through probably offend you, this is Paula's oldest son. I know conviction, burners, boosters, ballers, dead, redemption, scholars, fathers, kids, and I wish I was fed. Forgiveness, yeah. Soldier's DNA, born inside the beast. My expertise checked out in second grade. When I was 9, on sale motel, we didn't have nowhere to stay. At 29, I've done so well, hit cartwheel in my estate. And I'm gon' shine like I'm supposed to, antisocial extrovert. And excellent meaning extra work. And absentness, you hurt. And passiveness never struck my nerve. And that's a riff gonna be this case. The reason my power's here on earth. Salute the truth from the prophet.
Let's start creating your look. If you haven't already done so, download the GameFace HD app. Let's complete your player info. Your background sets the stage for who you are, both on and off the court.
Tell me something, you can't tell me nothing. I'd rather than to listen to you. My DNA not for imitation, your DNA an abomination. This how it is when you in the matrix, that the bullets reaping what you're sowing, stacking up the footage, living on the go and sleeping in the villa, sipping from a Grammy, walking in the building, diamond in the ceiling, marble on the floors, beaches out the window, peeking out the window, baby in the pool, Godfather goes, only Lord knows. I've been going hammer, dodging paparazzi, through the cameras, eat it for $4, Brock wearing sandals, yoga on a Monday, stretching to the November, watching all the snakes, curving all the fakes, phone never own, I don't conversate, I don't compromise, I just penetrate, money, these are the breaks, these are the times, level number 9, look up in the sky, tennis on the way, sentence on the way, I got winners on the way, you ain't without a on your belt, you ain't without a ticket on your plate, you ain't sick enough to put it on yourself, you ain't rich enough to hit the ladder skate, tell me when destruction gonna be my fate, gonna be a fate, gonna be a fate, peace to the world, let it rotate, money, DNA.
Right, bro. 4 a.m. I'm just getting started. For my birthday, I threw me a surprise party. Reminiscing about the playing the first quarter. My life changed when I had my first daughter. Got my first quarter, flipping $50. You looking at the bills, asking you for half. Cut from a different cloth. Take pride in results. Anytime you wanna, I'm providing the sauce. You on side of the boss, so you kind of the boss. You keep playing with me, I end up signing your boss. Drop an EP on it for the free on it. Yeah, you ZZ on it, king like BB on you. Yeah. If it wasn't for the struggle, then I wouldn't be me. Call me Deuce or Dose, anything but broke. Got my aim from the scope, got the game by the throat.
Okay, you popped up on me by surprise. You see, I never took you for the popping type. It's 4 a.m., so please believe the hype. Hit the lights, I'm way over top. pop it, flick it. Drop a pin, send a location. I'ma pull up in that spaceship. Drop off a this.
Let's start creating your look. If you haven't already done so, download the GameFace HD app. Scan yourself and get your face in the game.
Never turn my back on my slime. Ooh, I ain't wanna, but she was fine. Ooh, hold up, let me take my time. Ooh, hard to get some and try to drive. Ooh, jumping out the cake and that's surprising. Ooh, up the duffel bag like exercising. Ooh, bought my mom new house cause she deserve it. Ooh, practice makes perfect, but nobody's perfect. Ooh, not open for service. Ooh, send you to doctor.
Your hairstyle says a lot about your look. Let's choose yours.
See, I never took you for the popping type. It's 4 a.m., so please believe the hype. Hit the lights, I'm way over top. Pop it, flick it. Drop a pin, send a location. I'ma pull up in that spaceship. Drop off a this. I'ma you 4 a.m., see if you make it.
TT on the crew neck. Ooh, on the killer rapper spread. Units. Ooh, they talking chillin', watching Netflix.
Beard, scruff, or clean shaven, your path to facial hair greatness starts here.
Ooh, I see you boonin' where your crew at. Ooh, they talking for the talk. Ooh, I hope you got it, clean. Yeah. Really, representing we the squad, really. Jay got Nelly get it. I used to get it for a living. Got me a job selling records. Had to use a jeweler for a record. Might buy a charm with the extra.
Okay, you popped up on me by surprise. See, I never took you for the popping type.
Now it's time to decide what kind of player you want to be. First, let's choose your player type: guard, wing, or big.
I'ma pull up in that spaceship. Drop off a this. I'ma you 4 a.m., see if you make it.
Now, let's define your style of play. This will determine the impact you have on the court.
I don't really care if you cry. I don't really shouldn't have a lie. Should've saw the way she looked me in my eyes. She said, baby, I am not afraid to die. Push me to the edge, all my friends are dead. Push me to the edge, all my friends are dead. Push me to the edge.
Now, it's time to choose your player's height and weight. Every choice you make here will affect your player's physical capabilities, both good and bad. So choose wisely before you lock in.
Everybody got the same swag now. Watch the way I tear down. Stacking my bands all the way to the top, all the way to it be falling on. Every time that you leave your spot, your girlfriend call me like, come on, no. I like the way that she treat me, gon' leave you, won't leave me. I call it that Casino. She say I'm insane, yeah. I wanna bring ya. Me up the brain, yeah. Please, make it go away. I'm committed, not addicted, but it keep controlling me. Out of pain, I can feel it. I swear that it's
Like millions of other kids, you dreamed of one day being in the NBA. You wanted to be a star. And someday, to rise above and become the greatest to ever play. You dreamed of being the one. But the road to stardom is never easy. There are obstacles, injuries, and disappointments. Adversity is universal. It can happen to anyone at any time. And one day, it happened to you. You went from being a guaranteed lottery pick to a kid who may never even play college ball again.
Now, look, it's always bad to hear about injuries, especially to college kids, of course.
Yeah.
But Stephen A. Smith, This one is particularly disheartening because we are 2 weeks into the season and one of the top NBA prospects in the country goes down potentially with a season-ending injury, a knee injury. That's a killer.
I couldn't agree more. When I heard he was carried off the floor today, all you can do is find yourself hoping that he'll make it back. That's the bottom line. But my heart goes out to him because I didn't expect this. This is a devastating injury. It's never good to have something like this happen to you.
The team doctor broke the news. Torn ACL, sprained MCL, and a torn meniscus. Surgery was scheduled, but your game will likely never be the same. At the 2016 NBA Draft, your name is still mentioned. Not as a prospect, but as a cautionary tale.
Now, there's another huge story in this year's draft. A record number of underclassmen, 30 of them, undrafted. And I hope, anyway, that this is a lesson, this serves as an example to college players. I'm not talking about the ones who are genuinely one-and-dones, the guys you know are going to be lottery picks. I mean the rest of them. They're not sure shots. You're not sure they're going to be lottery picks. Don't just use the college system for a year thinking you're going to bounce. It doesn't work like that. If you don't have the talent, it doesn't work. You got to be cultivated in the system.
Please. There you go again with your blanket generalizations. You know how you are, oh, Max. The woe is me. Oh, my Lord. I can't take it. I just can't take it. It's a case-by-case basis. You can't just blanketly decide this should not be one-and-dones or this should be one-and-dones. You got to go on a case-by-case basis. Some dudes deserve to be one-and-dones. Some people don't. It's on a case-by-case basis.
And that is my point. Thank you for making it for me. Every kid thinks they're the exception to the rule. And members of the media like, Stephen A. Smith, are encouraging these kids to come out early.
Look, Max, bottom line is this. You got to take this into consideration. You had two dudes. They were called the Height brothers. Then you had Nick Howard. This kid had a lot of promise. What does he do? He goes to college. Very uneventful first year, no doubt. The second year, he was pretty good. Here's the problem. The NBA, it's not about pretty good. You need to be great on the collegiate level, on the prep level, in summer leagues and what have you.